Hi, it's Rach and welcome back to my channel. So for today's daily dose of happiness, I'm going to be doing a roundup of the ways we've been keeping entertained during lockdown. Today's video I'm going to focus on sort of the virtual world because we've been doing a lot of different things that, to be honest, prior to this I didn't actually know existed and I really wish I had. Being someone who's chronically ill and can struggle to get out to places and things sometimes, I actually really wish that I'd done more research into kind of virtual tours and things before. So basically loads of museums, zoos, art galleries, anywhere you can think of really, if they're able to, they're doing live tours, they're doing virtual tours. But actually I've realised that a lot of these museums had these things in place anyway and I just wasn't aware of them. So clearly they've just not been that widely promoted, and I actually think it's really been beneficial during this lockdown to discover this, because if you, like me, would struggle to do lots of museum tours and things, so one example is we went to New York, not last year, the year before, gosh, that's longer ago than I remember. So we went to New York, loved it. Obviously, because of my mobility issues, we had to take things slowly because I couldn't afford to completely knacker myself, basically, trying to see everything. We did lots of it, it was still incredible, it was the best holiday I've ever been on, had an incredible experience, loved every minute of it. But with a lot of the museums and things, we just couldn't afford to traipse around them for hours and hours, because it just would have completely done me in and it would have meant that I wasn't able to do other things. So one of the things that I've loved doing this week is going and doing some of those virtual tours of the places that I wasn't able to in New York. So yeah, I think some really good things are coming out of this lockdown, certainly for people like me who are chronically ill or disabled. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of mention that that's a really positive thing. So I just want to talk about some of the ones that I've discovered and some of the ones I've really particularly enjoyed. The National History Museum is one that I have hugely enjoyed, still not actually finished it. I'm trying to juggle life with a 5-month-old and not that interesting for him, so I've been doing that in the evenings. So yeah, the Natural History Museum, fantastic museum, and you can literally do like every exhibit. It's wonderful. You just go around in your own time, click on the arrows and follow it around, and it's just wonderful. One of the other things that we've loved doing, so I've loved doing this with James as well, he's absolutely adored it. James is my 5-month-old son. We've done quite a lot of the zoo tours. So a lot of the zoos have done live streams through Facebook and things, but we've actually done a lot of the live cams on YouTube. So basically, if you Google on YouTube, if you search on YouTube for live cams, it'll bring up loads of different things, and if you look for sort of nature cams or zoo cams, there's loads, and I mean it's endless. We've just been sat watching the pandas before. James was fascinated. He loved watching the penguins, absolutely loved that. So you can see the penguins sort of on land and then in the water as well. So that's brilliant. And yeah, loads of the zoos and aquariums are doing this. One of my favourites is the Georgia Aquarium. There's also the Pacific Aquarium. Both of those are great cams. They have those up live streaming all the time. The Georgia Aquarium one is on their website, and the Pacific Aquarium's one that we found on YouTube. I will make sure to post links to all of these down below, by the way. So if you do want to watch them, you'll probably do what we've done and just basically go down sort of a YouTube rabbit hole and not ever find your way back. But they're brilliant, it's fascinating. And having kind of the time to do these things, actually we've discovered so much. Not quite the same as doing it in real life, but it's still really fun to teach James. I'm like, this is a panda, this is a, a Humboldt penguin, this is a, whatever. You still feel like you're doing something fun and productive, and you still do it as a family, because we've just cast it onto our big telly in the living room and just all been sat around kind of sharing it together. One of the other things we've discovered is dog cams, which are amazing. Our dog, not quite as sure. Some of them he's all right with, some of them he's a bit like, why are all these puppies in my living room, thanks. But yeah, if you search for these, I'll pop some links down below of my favourite ones. One of the favourite ones that we've come across is Senior Dog Cam, and it's just lush. It's all the little old dogs just having their little nice chilled out days and relaxing. It's cute. I love old dogs. There's also puppy cams, which are totally lush, and we've essentially just sat for a good solid 10 minutes watching a pile of sleeping puppies, because who doesn't love sleeping puppies and a pile of sleeping puppies? What more do you need in this lockdown to make your life better? There's some fantastic ones for service dogs as well. So the service puppies, basically, who will be going into training. There's one for American guide dogs. There's another one for general service dogs. So yeah, it's lush. It really just brings a smile to your face. So those are some of the ones that we've been watching. We've also watched the live nature cams. So again, if you search on YouTube for live nature cams, we've watched golden eagles. Absolutely gorgeous. At the minute, there's a live stream up of one of their nests, and you can just see all the tiny baby eagles, and they're just so cute. We've watched wild bears, which are remarkably chilled out, even when apparently what you would think would be their prey just strops past them. They're obviously having a lazy Sunday. Yeah, so loads of these. I'll pop some of the links down below. Like I say, we've absolutely loved doing the animal cams. One of the other things that we've really enjoyed is if you go and search for sort of via NASA, their International Space Cam, you can do the Earth views, and that's really interesting as well. Just kind of see the Earth from space and kind of, I suppose, just appreciate how incredible the world and space and things is. So that's one that we've absolutely loved doing. And the final thing that we've actually just discovered today, which is really interesting in the current kind of climate. Basically, if you search for live cams on YouTube and type in, say, New York or London, Tokyo, anywhere really, you can bring up live streams of places all around the world, and it's amazing to see them completely deserted. We just sat and had our minds blown looking at Times Square at the moment. Like I say, we're in New York year before last, and Times Square, if you've been, or even if you've just seen pictures and videos of it, it's crazy. It's so busy, like insanely. You just can't move or breathe. It's a magical, wonderful place, but it really is one of the busiest places we went to in New York. It was crazy. And we sat and watched it, and it would have been sort of lunchtime their time when we were watching it, completely deserted, apart from like a few cars and obviously the police officers, completely empty. Totally crazy. And it really is mind-blowing to look at. So, like, we've looked at train stations, we looked at just a random sort of motorway in Tokyo, dead. We looked at the Brooklyn Bridge, completely empty. Again, if you've ever been and walked across the Brooklyn Bridge or even seen footage of it, you will know it is never empty. So yeah, just crazy. I kind of spent some time looking around the world. Like we were in London, we did Amsterdam. Yeah, if you want to kind of have your mind blown a little bit, if you even just search for places that you've been that you know are really busy, just gives you a completely different perspective. And another positive side to that, obviously, is it's great to see everybody is isolating properly and practicing their social distancing and doing quarantine how it's supposed to be. Because how great is that? That is kind of love in action. Because when we're staying at home, we're not just doing it for ourselves and our families, we're doing it for everybody else who lives in our communities and all of our key workers and everyone else. So yeah, I just think that's love in action. That's showing that we care about other people enough to stay indoors, because it's really important right now that we stay home. It is saving lives. So yeah, those are some things you can do if you're kind of struggling to think of things to do while we're isolating. It is fantastic just to spend some time searching for these cams. There's so many. It doesn't matter, even if you don't like dogs, by the way. There was like one of rescue kittens, and I'm not massive on cats, but that was so cute. Like, I'm obviously a dog person, but yeah, rescue kittens, how cute. Honestly, there's something for everyone. So those are some of my favourites. I will pop the links down below. If you found any, by the way, please comment and let me know, because we're going to be in lockdown for a while. So, you know, always looking for new things. So yeah, that is your daily dose of happiness for today. Please give this video a like and make sure you subscribe to my channel. See you tomorrow, guys. Bye.